Yo, what's up, Coco Crew? This is Coco Smackdown, and welcome to the Helicopters mod. Look at all these sweet helicopters we have that we can fly in Minecraft, and it is so awesome. So, as this mod states, this is a mod that spawns in helicopters, and it is really cool. And if you guys want to download it, it'll be down below. But let's go ahead and get started and looking at all this stuff. So there are 10 different helicopters slash a Harrier jet that you can fly in this mod, and it's, oh man, they're so cool. I'm not too great at flying the Harrier one, so we might not get to that one because it is so hard to fly. But there are a lot of new things that you can add into your Minecraft game, and it's really cool. So if you guys have been looking for a mod that, you know, has some realistic flying machines, then here's the one for you. So we have our crafting pillars here that show all the recipes for us, and as you can tell, these are all right here. These are all the different kinds of helicopters. So all of the helicopters require a different form of iron blocks, so it's fairly easy to make and a little bit overpowered, but is still cool nonetheless. So you guys can take a look really quickly here at how to make all of the different kinds of ones, and then we'll go check out a couple of the helicopters. I don't know if we're going to get to all of the helicopters because there are so many of them, and a lot of them do the exact same thing. This is a debug only one. That's the gigantic one over there that doesn't have a texture. We'll try that at the very end if to see if it works. Then this is a target, a laser targeter. That's this thing right here, and this thing is actually pretty darn cool. You can right click and go into it, and you can see how many meters away and what the coordinates are for where you're looking at, which is kind of cool. You know, maybe you have someone flying around and you can be sitting there and be like, Houston, we have a problem. And you can tell them like what coordinates and stuff they're at. And then we have a chain, which is, I believe, the missiles to use. And then we have a parachute, a storage crate, and then we have a stinger and the stinger missile. Now, we should take a look at the parachute before in the storage crate or the container, because they're pretty cool. So I believe you can pick these up with the helicopters somehow, and then you could carry all that stuff, you know, like one weird thing is that these things like to slide all over the place, but a parachute's pretty cool. So even though I'm in creative mode, if we just click this and then like let go, look at us, you just come out with a little parachute and you slowly fall, and then the parachute disappears after you land. So that's really cool. I kind of wish you could put it on, you know, and then you just press a button and you use it, but that would be pretty darn cool. So let's go ahead and check out some of these helicopters. I know that's what we're all here waiting for, so we'll throw all of these in our inventory, and then let's go ahead and put the debug one in here because we might not get to it. So here's a view of all of the different helicopters. Now, I already forgot all of their names because there's so many of them, and I'm not the greatest with helicopters, but this is the debug one over here. This thing is crazy cool. So we'll just spawn these in as we go. So I guess we can start with the Apache. So we'll just come over here and we'll place that right here. So this one kind of looks like the textures aren't too finished with it, but I'm sure it'll still work. Now, another problem that I have with this is it's kind of hard to click to find where you need to get in. Oh, and then I just fell out. So you gotta have to kind of click around a little bit. That's the problem I've seen to be having. Now when you come in here, you have these like a sweet new screen. You have, you know, your target, you have your pitch, your roll, all that kind of stuff. And you got a radar scanner to see where mobs are. It shows your health, shows what weapon you're using. If you want to change weapons, all you have to do is press G. And I'm wondering, I don't know if we can use any. Yeah, we can't use any of these while we're on the ground. So we can press space to hover in wherever we are. As you can tell, it's kind of just like hovering on the ground right now. But if we go and just into normal mode, you can kind of just aim where you want to go. And whoa, I feel like I'm flying in Battlefield right now. I'm horrible at that. So you can just keep going, and you can kind of just get the feel of it while you are messing around in here, and you'll finally be able to kind of get an understanding of how to fly. And then look at that, we can just kind of look out at all the different views in the world, and oh my gosh, man, I am just not too great at flying these. So let's go to the gunner. So we'll get a little autopilot going on for us here, and this is where we can fire all of our weapons. So if there was mobs, you know, around here, we could fire at them. So right now we are in the I think we're using the Hellfire, and no, oh man, I almost just fell out of there, I think. Alright, so let's go back into normal. Let's see if we can do this again. So, okay, there we go. So now we have our missiles. So we're using the chain gun right now. And you just right click and then you can kind of see chain guns are going out. If there's mobs, it would be a little bit easier to tell. But let's keep going. So the next thing we have is the Hydra 70mm rocket. So if we fire that, it doesn't really matter where you aim. I mean, it will fire straight. It won't go down or anything like that, which is unfortunate. But you could take out other helicopters with this, which would be pretty cool. And, man, I keep falling out of this thing. Jeez. Come on, let me back in. It looks like it's just hovering there, though. Let's see if I can get back in. Okay. Jeez, I'm sorry about that, guys. I have no clue what just happened. So let's keep switching here. Okay, so we got the Stinger next. I don't know if the Stinger's working. I think that has to be on other helicopters as well, because I can't figure this one out. And then the Hellfire doesn't seem to be working either on this one, but we can zoom in, so that's pretty darn cool. And then we can zoom out as well. I don't know exactly like what all these different like. Oh, there we go. Look at that. The Hellfire finally works, and it's a guided missile. It's like James Bond right here. Let's see. Oh, I wanted to hit ourselves. Come on. Come on. Come on. Let me hit him. Let me hit ourselves. Jeez. Okay, but then you can come in here and you can cause a gigantic explosion like we saw over there. So these are pretty darn cool. I've never seen this in Minecraft before, and it's really, really awesome. I want to see, was there any damage done over here? Apparently not. So yeah, and then finally, if we go into F5 mode, we can use V and fire our flares off. So look at that. We got flares all over the place. That is pretty darn cool as well. So yeah, I think that is enough for the Apache here. Let's go back into normal, and let's see if we can fly back to our place. I don't know. I don't remember exactly where it was. I think it's over here somewhere. Come on, Shimona. Yeah, okay, so it's over here. So we'll just jump out of there. We'll let the helicopter crash. But let's go ahead and check out another one. Let's see if I can fly this a little bit better. That one was kind of difficult to fly, and I'm sorry about that. But let's see what the Seahawk's all about. This one looks really, really cool. It's a Navy plane. It looks like it's got some crazy missiles. So let's see if we can find where it wants us to enter in here. Please. Oh, that was pretty cool. I think you can store stuff in the Seahawk as well. So, yeah, look at that. We have an inventory in the Seahawk, so we can actually carry things in here. So, let's go ahead and start flying this thing. Let's see what we look like. Oh, look at that. You can actually, I picked up a skeleton in this thing earlier, and that was so crazy. I just thought that was insane. I was like, how did we pick up a skeleton? And he was just sitting in the passenger seat like, what up, bro? So let's go ahead and get back into the gunner, and let's see. Oh, that didn't even blow that helicopter up. But I think all of these have a lot of the very similar weapons. Oh, that one's pretty cool, too. Look at that. It shoots straight, and then it goes down. Let's see if we can wait for this bad boy to reload. Man, that was crazy. That made a huge indent into the ground. So that thing is probably going to take a while to reload for us. The 46 torpedo. Let's see. Can we shoot that at all? I don't know. It's not. It doesn't seem to be working for me when I right click. Okay, let's see the. Oh, and then we got the Hellfire again. So that's the same one where it's like a guided missile. Come down there and shoot that, and then let's do this one more time. Look at that! Holy cow! It's gonna make a huge. Oh man, that's a huge explosion. So. Yeah, and then we can go back in here, and then also another thing I forgot to mention is you can turn night vision on by using C. So if it's nighttime, like if it's we gotta get out of this helicopter to do it, but we'll set it to nighttime, and we'll get into a different helicopter really quickly, and we'll try that out. So let's time set that to nighttime, and let's just go ahead and test out one more helicopter, because a lot of them are very similar to each other. So let's go ahead and go into the Long Ranger. And this one looks like it can store a lot of people into it, which is pretty cool. So let's see if we can fly in this one. What do we look like in here? Oh, that's pretty cool. So yeah. Oh, this one doesn't even have the night vision. That's not cool. This is the only one that doesn't have night vision, I guess. So we'll shoot our flares for fun. Okay. Let's go ahead and try a different one then, because I want to show you guys what it looks like with the night vision on. So let's go into this one here. Okay. So we can go to camera mode, and look at that. It basically uses the night vision in Minecraft already for us, and if we could get out of hover, then we could start flying this thing. So yeah, it looks pretty cool. It's kind of a little bit rough on my eyes, I'd have to say. It hurts a little bit, but it's cool nonetheless that you can do so. And then let's go ahead and go into this gunner and take out some of these mobs now. So we can, let's see if I can hit it. Oh man, that killed him pretty quickly. Let's switch to this one. Let's see if we can zoom in with this. This is the one that just fires straight. Darn it! Stinger, yeah, like I said, I don't know how to use that one. Oh, and this is cool. So that one actually targeted. Where'd the mobs go? Oh yeah, so look at that. This actually targets the mobs for you, and then we can hold this and we can aim and we'll shoot those guys like that. So that's pretty darn cool. And then finally, let's just test out the last missile again. So we'll fire that, and let's see if we can find any mobs to shoot. Oh, okay, that one decided just to disappear on me. Okay, spider right here. Okay, we blew him up. So, yeah, I think that really has to cover most of what the helicopters can do in Minecraft. So if you guys did enjoy, feel free to leave a rating on the video. If you guys want to download it, it'll be in the description. And yeah, you guys definitely should download it because it's really, really cool and it's really fun to fly around in all these helicopters. So with that being said, my name